Good morning, this is Richard speaking on behalf of Bansko blog. Lance isn't here the last few days, so I thought I'd do a little report for him. It's pretty cold today up at the top and extremely windy. As you might be able to see, just down the bottom there's some snow devils blowing around. The good news is, despite having not snowed over the last few days, the coverage of all the piece is excellent. And Yulin have done a splendid job piece bashing, and the conditions are fantastic. Now, there's some extra good news. I believe on Saturday, if the weather reports are correct, we should get a considerable amount of new fresh snow. Not just Saturday, probably a bit on Sunday, but certainly Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So for those people who are planning to come out, who are definitely coming out, you're in for a special treat. Which brings me on to, when you get onto the app, the Bansko blog app, and you book your transfers and your ski hire and pretty much anything else, particularly lessons, which is always a good idea, do have a serious think about upgrading your skis. Oh, there's the mountain rescue chap just behind me. Thankfully, I haven't seen too much of the blood wagon over the last week. They do an amazing job. So yeah, think of upgrading because I think we're going to get some fresh powder. And if you're an intermediate skier, as you know, or an advanced skier, getting some nice big powder skis makes all the difference. Of course, if you're Lance, on a nice powder day, you come up on your regular skis as he did. And when we had powder, when he didn't have powder, he did it the other way around. Very frustrating. But at Ski Mania, the guys there, George and the team, they'll sort you out with some excellent gear. Right, what else? Food. Excellent as always. I did try something new last night. I'd just like to say thank you to James and his team at the Avalon Hotel, who for a Wednesday night did a curry takeaway. And it was superb, even by my standards. And they made it extra spicy for me as well. So highly recommend that. There were about 6 different types of dishes along with the rice and the naan bread and monster portions. I eat a lot and I struggled, and I think I'll be having some more at lunchtime. Which brings me on to the effects of a curry. Do wear a mask, please, in the gondola station. You will be picked up by not doing so, but also in the actual gondola itself. I would say about 20% of people don't bother, and it's really annoying because you know what it's like in the UK. I hate to say it, but COVID is pretty bad at the moment. Well, it's no different here, and I think people have just got to act somewhat more responsibly. Now, what you want to hear is what is going on with all these tests and changes and PCRs. Suffice to say, I do know, but I'm going to leave that to Lance, who at the end of this video will give you the latest update. Don't be put off, please don't be put off. A slight more expense will be incurred, but well worth it, particularly if you're coming over the next few days. Stay safe, have fun, and I'll just have a quick pan around to show you what it's like. By the way, it is about 9 o'clock in the morning here, so super quiet. And one little tip for you, if you do get up to the top of the mountain and you're one of the first people, like me, I would suggest ski down these blues on the right, do that a couple of times, get back up to the top, and if you're an intermediary or advanced, come down these lovely little reds to Banderitsa 2. They're pretty much deserted, even for the first hour and a half. But do not make the mistake that so many people did over the last few days. Beginner skiers, they come down and they take this left-hand side, which are very steep reds, and unfortunately they've been walking down the piste, carrying their skis and getting rather upset. So we don't want to see that. Cheerio for now. Bye-bye.
Hello everybody, and a warm welcome. Thank you so much, Richard, for that amazing report. Those conditions look great. And once again, snow arriving Saturday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. There will be snow, particularly Tuesday, Wednesday, getting colder. So really the next 10, 12 days are looking really good as far as we can really see with any sort of reliability. Of course, weather does change, so we'll keep a lookout on that and be back again on one of these videos. Okay, so if you are a UK citizen, then things have just changed. From tomorrow, the 7th of January, you now need a PCR test. Okay, you need to, everyone needs a PCR test unless they are under 12 years old. In addition, you need to have been vaccinated and have a vaccination certificate, or that could be in the NHS app. And that vaccine, of course, there's some regulations there you'll see in the article I'll put below. But that last jab needs to have been more than 14 days or more, sorry, from receiving the second jab. So look, there's a problem really if you are unvaxxed now, because yeah, it doesn't look as if you can come, certainly as far as I can tell. If you're unvaxxed, then tell me what you're going to do about it, what you can think you can do about it. But these are the rules. They seem, well, they are the rules that you need a vaccine and you need the PCR test. Now then, that's the kind of like the bad news, depending which way you want to look at it. But the good news is the British government have decided that you do not need to show a rapid flow test or any test to come back to the UK from Bulgaria. So that saves that hassle in resort. There have been some queues and difficulties there, so that's quite good news. And then in the UK, your day 2 test, which of course you can kind of organise, get the test in the car, is now a rapid flow test. Now that's cheaper than a PCR test, so I'd say that's good news. So there's kind of one bit negative, and could be quite negative depending on your vaccination status, but for many people who are vaccinated, then getting this PCR test before travelling, you know, is an extra hoop to go through. But you are saving hassle and money when you return, and of course once you are returned, that test you do in the UK is now a rapid flow test rather than a PCR. Rapid flow tests are cheaper, so the increase in cost is marginal at best, so maybe a small increase in cost. And hassle factor, about the same probably on balance, not too much difference, because of course you don't have to get anything done in Bansko. So I think on average it's not too bad, but I wanted everyone to be aware of those new regulations, and that's why we're just tagging this on at the end of Richard's wonderful snow report. And I'm going to wish you a really good evening. And if you've got any comments, any experience, anything you can add that could be helpful, then you can do one of two things. Of course, put it down in the comments below. But also you can download the app if you haven't already. Go into the COVID-19 section and let us know your experiences as they unfold, arriving in Bulgaria, going through customs. Most people have found it hassle-free, but I must end on one sort of point of caution, is that if you are ill, okay, you come down with COVID here, you do obviously need to go into quarantine. I do believe that's 10 days. So, you know, be careful, please. As Richard has said, wear that mask in the gondola lift building and in the gondola lift, and just think about things. We don't want anybody. I mean, a good holiday, I'm going to go on my little rant now, a good holiday is one that's safe. You're not ill, there's no accident, and you can just have a really great experience. I think that's more important than anything else. But if you have an accident, you hurt yourself, and of course get ill or anything, then that really does, you know, impact on your holiday significantly. So think about that. We're here to really show you the weather, keep on keeping our lane on that front. But I just felt it was so important to just cover the new COVID regulations as far as we can see them, and encourage you to comment below, as I said before. So that's all from me, Lance, and Richard earlier. I wish you a really, really good evening, and hope you're coming to Bansko, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.